this moon already. Hi. Let's see who we've got. Wings of Jewels. Ooh, Priestess Habib-san. Lindsay, Juniper, Venus, Gabrielle. Welcome. If you heard me singing, I don't know why. I was filled with this song before I turned the cameras on, and my inclination naturally was to stop singing. You have to go live. And I said, I don't care. I'm going to turn on the cameras. I'm going to keep singing because it felt really good in my heart. Vibrating all throughout my body. And today, as we talk about this full moon, I know that song and that message is going to make sense. It is going to come full circle for us because the messages always do. So, full moon in Capricorn. Let's talk about this. Let's see if you're feeling this as much as I am, this energy that is in full illumination. This energy of the full moon is an opportunity and a time for us as creators to reflect, to see more clearly our patterns, our emotions, what's going on, right? It sounds like that Marvin Gaye song about what's going on. But this time with the full moon, we're seeing what's going on with us. The full moon is revealing to you what you're feeling, what's present in your life right now, what is the focus of this time. And Capricorn energy, which is ruled by Saturn, can get a bad rap as an energetic archetype. And I'm here to do a little bit of myth dispelling there and get you to learn to love Papa Saturn because he's a little misunderstood and misused. And that can distort our abilities to play with Capricorn energy in a way that serves our creative process so well. I've been blessed to know many a Capricorn and Capricorn moons in my life. And in fact, this shirt was designed by a Capricorn creator. And this energy, this earthly energy is so at its finest, so stable, so comforting, so reassuring that you are going to reach your destination if you just apply yourself diligently to the task at hand, one step at a time, not in a mountain of overwhelm. So I want to help you feel into that energy, and we're going to use our beautiful tarot to guide us, give us some extra insights into what this moon is all about and how we can best use this energy to serve our creative journeys. So thank you all for being here. Hi, Xtina. Hi, Jessica. Hi, SC Sparks. All right, we've got some people feeling the full moon, an intuitive need to sing last night. Oh, okay, yes, the songs is in the feeling into that Capricorn Cancerian balance that's really alive today. So again, Capricorn and Saturn can get a bad rap, right? When we think about these energies, sometimes we think about rigidity, over control, a stiffness to things, maybe workaholic type energy, a really stern father energy that like, you should be doing this, you're not doing that, right? So it can feel kind of judgmental. But those energies and all that structure, that masculinity of Saturn that we see in the outer world is not a balanced reflection of what's possible with Capricorn and Saturn. In my experience and what I've been shown is that anytime you're trying to understand a particular archetype in astrology, you need to pay attention to its opposing energy. And in this case, what opposes Capricorn is Saturn. That's how we're having a full moon. The sun is in Cancer. The sun is in Cancer. the moon is in Capricorn. Okay. So you have this dynamic where you have these energies coming into a balance. And I feel that guidance is so necessary to understand full moon energy. You're not just being asked to embody more of this Capricorn archetype, you're being asked to embody a balanced version of it, utilizing the sun, which is representative of your heart, which is representative of that creative impulse and energy coming from you. You're using that sun to reflect on your moon, and the moon being in Capricorn is going to probably show you maybe where, and I'm pointing to myself because this is what's coming up for me, where your routines are out of whack, where you're not being as diligent as you could be, where you maybe need to commit a little more, lead your life a little grander, not allow things. You have had maybe a bad example of father figure in your life or a mother figure in your life. It's now your opportunity to transmute all of that, forgive it, let it go, and move it into a of your own fathering, mothering energy that you put yourself. So we are reparenting ourselves. Everyone is, and creatives especially have this responsibility, is another word that comes up with Capricorn and Saturn. We have a responsibility to parent ourselves in a way that is loving, nurturing, and supportive of what we intend to do on this planet. Okay, there is no victory to be found in being a jerk to yourself, and there's no victory to be found in letting anything go and letting yourself fall to the wayside and letting your creativity not be a priority in your life. So again, there's that balance. There is also in this moon a trine to Jupiter, which feels really ooey gooey and warm and loving and lucky and optimistic and expansive. So there is so much opportunity in this moon for you to get this down, to really come to understand how to apply yourself whilst also being nurturing and shifting your belief structure, Jupiter, to support and expand you beyond what you thought possible. So there's a lot of really delicious opportunities energetically here for you to make some big changes in the way that you do things. I'm just going to pause for a moment to get some feedback here. Venus says, I'm feeling like I'm getting to know Capricorn for the first time by being attentive to creating new structures, reflecting on what I want, and learning to become more grounded in my work. And utilizing my creativity, all its dimensions, to initiate a flow state where all my work doesn't feel like work, as I've been taught it to be. And that is such a good point, Venus. Thank you. The word work is a Capricorn word. And it can have so many negative energies and ideas of work. Some other theme words for you to think about rewriting. And then I'm going to go back to this other comment I missed. Think about these words too as we're reflecting today: diligence, commitment, steadfastness, determination, leadership, structure, which we had already mentioned, power, responsibility, decisions, decision making, devotion. So playing with those ideas in your head and your energy. I saw another comment here. Oh, from Video Game Psychic. I had a conversation with myself this morning about being less of a drill sergeant towards myself. My balance comes with being kinder towards myself. Yes. I too have dealt with this. My father was in the military. So I grew up very like, do what I say, you don't cry, you do, it was very of that imbalanced Saturnian energy, that drill sergeant energy. And I got pretty far in my corporate career with that energy, again, because those structures honor that imbalanced Saturn. And when I quit my job, I had to unschool myself as far as what does work mean, because now, like, I want to work hard. I want to apply myself, but I don't want to stress and I don't feel like I should have to burn out. Like, where is that balance? And so it's been a learning process to bring that Cancerian energy in to even that out a little bit. So that's definitely a skill set that is going to help us so much on our creative journeys, and to rewrite some of these myths about artists being lazy and flighty and whatnot, right? We get to be diligent and devoted to our work, but we get to also honor balance. That is a huge part of it all. So this last Gemini season, before the sun shifted into Cancer, was asking us to start taking responsibility for how we speak to ourselves. And the last moon ceremony that we did, it was the new moon in Gemini. We were rewriting those, right? We were affirming our new way of speaking and thinking about ourselves as creatives and how we were going to talk to ourselves going forward. So now that we are in Cancer, we have this opportunity to start to smooth out the edges of our desire to grow in our responsibility for ourselves and leading our creative lives, but to do it in a nurturing way, right? We're paying attention to that Cancer sun and we're looking at our Capricorn moon. That's what's happening here. So part of this too is going to show us how incredibly capable we are. And one of the journal prompts that I have proposed for this moon is for you to reflect on how capable you are, how much more capable you are now than you were before, and to really honor that you have been growing in maturity. You have been growing in your ability to lead your life. You are doing the work and it's showing its dividends. It's paying you back. The thing about Capricorn and Saturn, it's never going to pay you back fast. This isn't about fast money, you know. Capricorn is all about the reward at the peak of the mountain by being that little goat and going rock by rock by rock by rock by rock until you get to the top finally, and honoring that slower process, letting it be okay that it's slow because you're building a heavy, not so much heavy, but like stable foundation for yourself is what we're doing at our best when we're working with Capricorn energies. So again, that Jupiter trine is kissing this moon with lots of luck. So I think you've got the energy on your side if you're wanting to bring more balance structure into your creative life. One last thing before we get into the cards and explore these prompts together. The moon itself is at 11 degrees. And as my sensei has taught me, 11 is all about integrity. This is meaning that when you notice something out of alignment, right, you're going to feel it. And sometimes when we feel out of our integrity, our tendency can be to criticize ourselves, judge ourselves. The answer to the noticing when you're out of integrity isn't more criticism and judgment, but forgiveness, grace, compassion, mercy. Okay, so we allow ourselves an opportunity with this moon to acknowledge what might still be out of alignment for us in our routines, in our day-to-day lives, in how we are conducting our creative path, our creative life. But we're going to resolve those issues through forgiving ourselves for not having it figured out yet, forgiving ourselves for still needing time to work on it, loving ourselves and having compassion for ourselves for where we're at, and granting ourselves some mercy. This is going to take a little bit of time to make some adjustments, and then we'll be on our way. But there is no reward in beating yourself to death. That's not going to help you get to your goal any faster. That's only going to make you be laying on the ground hurting more, and we don't want to hurt ourselves here. So grace, compassion. It's okay to notice that there are some things out of alignment in your life. You're feeling it for a reason. That's all. It's just a feeling coming up to Bring your awareness to the fact that something's out of integrity. That's all it's for. It's not to make you feel bad or worthless or any of that. So bring lots and lots of compassion to anything coming up for you right now that's showing you what's not in integrity for you. Okay. And that's it. Just leave it at that. You're just noticing. Then apply the compassion. Okay. Wings of Jewels in Western astrology. I have a Capricorn rising. Yeah. My Leo sun is at a Capricornian degree. So I very much so resonate with Capricorn energy myself as well. Yeah, flow state is going to naturally bring you into balance with work and creativity. Absolutely, right? You're going to listen to your body. When you're tired, you're going to rest. When you're inspired, you're going to work. And you're going to trust that all of that energy is going to keep flowing and moving, which I teach about in the Overcoming Creative Blocks Masterclass, is the different stages of the creative flow cycle and where you get stuck and how to keep that energy flowing. Rewriting work is what I've just started doing. Gabrielle, you're right on track. Okay, collectively, I've been noticing people, this is from Video Game Psychic, questioning current work structures. In American society, people fed up with the 9-to-5 burnout. Absolutely. Yes. There's a lack of humanity, of nurturing, of that nourishing Cancerian self-care energy in the way our society structures work. Totally. All right. So let's breathe. And let's get into this energy of this moon. So wherever you are, maybe you want to get a little comfier. I'm going to stretch and roll my shoulders out, my neck, and just allow myself to center my shoulders above my hips and just get really into alignment, feeling really strong and stable in your seat. And just gently breathing in and out. We're going to take one of the first topics, and I have my journal here if you need, you might want to have yours nearby, some little notes. And I have here the first topic for us to explore is the concept of leadership and taking leadership in our own lives. Okay, I called this full moon thing leading your creative life. So what does that mean? What does that look like? How can we embody the energy of a leader, a balanced leader, not a dictator, a leader in our own creative life? And what does that look like? So I'm curious to you what that feels like, the idea of being a leader in your own life. Do you feel like a leader of your own life? Are you already there? Are you working on it? Are you becoming the leader? Do you feel resistance to the word leader? Give me some feedback. How are you all feeling about that? And I want to take a moment to just welcome Dancing Warrior Goddess. Hello. And, oh, how do I say this? Is it Josie? Josie Ann. Welcome, welcome. Sorry if I didn't say that correctly. Wings of Jewels. Working on it and becoming it. Absolutely. Yes, you are, girl. You are doing the thing. Leadership in your own life. Leadership in your own life. I'll tell you, last night, the full moon energies were building, right? Because it apexed very early in this morning for me and on the Pacific time. And last night I was in bed. I was crying because I realized I have dropped the ball on my own creativity, and that in all the work that I do for Awakened Creators and my family and my partners, like I sometimes don't give myself the time to create, to just make for fun. And we had the Sacred Harvest Rebirth Gathering these last 3 days, at the end of last week. And on the second day, we allowed ourselves to play. And that was honestly one of the first times I had created something in months. And it broke me open. After that day, I did another little drawing, and then I wrote in a novel that I saw because I was handwriting it. I haven't written in since March. I was like, oh my God, this feels so good. Like, this is why I've been kind of low level stressed in the backgrounds, because I haven't been honoring my creativity. And I had a resolve check last night where I'm like, okay, well, what are you going to do with that information? Are you going to beat yourself up about it? Well, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be loving to myself. Okay, so you forgive yourself for the millionth and one time, right? You just keep forgiving and loving yourself and allow yourself to wake up the next day. You're on it. Like, try again, try again, try again. And that's one of the highest vibrations of Capricorn energy, is that father who loves you so much. He's going to not let you quit the sports team. But every time you fall down, he won't make you feel stupid about it. He'll tell you, get back up. You got this. You got this, baby. You know, you see those dads every once in a while. You got this. You got this. Keep going. Keep fighting. Don't quit the team. You got this. You'll learn. You'll get it. That's that energy of that balanced Capricorn father that's going to encourage you no matter what. Glenn, for you, hello. Ooh. SC, leadership is embodying who I am, and people naturally see. Yes. Lindsay, leadership and femininity. All right. Oh, Gabrielle, crying a lot yesterday. It was a surprise. Not when there's a full moon, baby. You're right on track with a full moon. If you're crying about something, that's a good sign. It's release. Yeah. Great, great, great. Okay. So leadership, right? Let's ask Spirit via the tarot how we can embody leadership in our own lives, in our creative lives. What is some guidance you have for, well, that didn't take long, how to embody leadership in our own lives? This is interesting. We got the World card. World, can you see that? I'm trying to make sure YouTube and Facebook can see, as well as Instagram folks. World card. So there's kind of a lot coming in. I'm just trying to organize it in my head, because I'm noticing there's this balance between the four corners here with the World card. You've got Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. You have these four energies being represented in this card. That feels significant to me. There's like finding a balance there between the four elements: the earth, the water, the fire, the air, and all the aspects of our lives that are represented by those things. So when we're talking about becoming the leader in our own lives, it's ensuring that we are tending to the balance in all areas of our lives, all of those four elements, right? The earth representing our daily routines, our structures, the ways that we work. Our fire representing our faith, our passion, our beliefs, our creativity, all of that. Then we have our waters, our emotional well-being, our deep understanding of ourselves, right, with that Scorpio. And then too, the air and our intellect and our ability to stretch in our minds and grow in perspective and understanding of life, and ensuring that we're not overemphasizing one over the other, but that we are maintaining a balance through all areas. And I'm getting this vision. I don't know if you've ever seen these things. They're like a wheel. And I remember doing one of these in when I was in recovery for alcohol. It's like a wheel, and it's split into different sections of your life, and you're supposed to like fill in the wheel as to which sections feel fulfilled, or like how fulfilled each section feels to you. And so that's coming in maybe as an opportunity for some of you to do that exercise. You can probably Google like life balance wheel and use that to help you understand which areas of your life may feel out of balance and which areas of your life feel really good. Give yourself credit and kudos to the parts that feel really good. Okay, even though there's some that are out of balance, you deserve that credit. So there's definitely some representation in this card and of that balancing energy. Yes, Kaz, like a pie chart. Absolutely. Maintaining those different elements in your life. There's also a message here to remember how far you've come and that you are embarking on a new journey. This is the final card of the major arcana in the tarot. So there's no mistake that at this present moment, at this full moon in Capricorn, that we're receiving this card about leadership in our own lives, because I too believe awakened creators, those of us who are aligned with this message right now, are taking leadership in our own lives. We are crossing a threshold. We are passing through a new phase of our journeys that's giving us the opportunity to let go of all those old ideas of how we used to do things, our crutches, our habits, all of that, and start taking a responsibility in a way that feels empowering. Like, not taking responsibility like you need to be more responsible, but responsibility in like, I matter to myself, so I'm going to make sure I get my stuff done. I matter so much to myself. I'm going to make sure I create on the regular so that I feel good inside. I matter so much to myself. I'm going to make sure I eat nourishing foods so I have that energy all day long. I matter so much to myself. I'm going to make sure I go to sleep on time so that I wake up and I feel balanced and ready for the day. So taking responsibility for your life, taking on that leadership role, doesn't have to be a source of demandingness or reprimand. It gets to be a place of empowerment and self-love, saying, I'm taking responsibility because I love myself that much. Okay. And you're about to. This is a whole brand new you. You are now starting to unveil your true essence, right? This figure is nude. Allow your true essence to show and begin again as the Fool, a new journey in which you are the leader of your life. You are in full belief and backing your creativity. You are ready to take this seriously. Allow yourself to become that leader. And many of you are leaders. No, correct that. All of you are leaders. The people who really resonate with awakened creators are leaders. You're leaders, and you're leading by example first and foremost. By living your life authentically and by allowing your creative expression to lead your life and that open heart to guide you. Other people are watching you and other people are becoming inspired by you. So you absolutely are a leader. So where do you feel called to greater levels of leadership on your creative journey? That is the first prompt for this moon. You can reflect on it now or later, but where do you feel like you're being called into greater levels of leadership on your creative journey? This moon is asking you to answer that question. Hi, Dream Detective, Wings of Jewels. What if you're balancing caregiving duties? Again, it's all of that giving for someone, and I feel this so deeply, and my heart goes out to you, and I want us all to pause and breathe for a moment and send our love to Wings of Jewels or anyone else who is caregiving for someone in their life, because it's not easy. I caregived for my mom while she was dying of cancer. And I would say by proxy, my father, who was trying to care for her, but is also dealing with his own health issues. Like, it's demanding. Just even being in that energy of someone who's needing can be demanding. And a lot of us are empaths and we pick up on all that stuff. But if your cup is empty because you're not feeding yourself, sleeping enough, taking care to nurture, calling a friend to get support for yourself, what use of what level of care can you really provide? It is the most loving thing you could do to ensure your cup is full, that when you go to care, you have overflow to give. And I know that that can be difficult, but even the smallest little shift helps. Remember, the Capricorn goat doesn't leap from the bottom of the mountain to the top. It goes little rock by little rock. Okay. So again, don't feel like, well, Amanda says I need to care for myself and I just don't have time to do all these things. Okay. One at a time. Can you just maybe go to bed a little earlier tonight? And that's it. Still eat the pizza, still do all the other things, but go to bed a little earlier. And then tomorrow, well, maybe now I'll have a salad instead of the pizza. Or maybe now I will the next day. Okay. I'm going to bed a little earlier. I'm eating a little healthier. Maybe now I'll start to drink a little more water throughout the day. And then the next day, okay. Again, little steps, little steps. Capricorn does not get to the top of the mountain by leaping. It gets there by little steps. Saturn wants you to learn how to move slow, diligent, and still achieve your goal. Okay. So I hope that that helps a little bit. Yeah, Kaz saying, I become hard on myself whenever I don't exercise as much as I feel I should. Same. But I'm learning to be patient with navigating energy management. Yes, absolutely. You've got to just listen to that, right? Just listen to that. And I feel like for me, because I too haven't been going to the gym as much, it's been because I'm like not doing the other things. So I'm going to start doing the other things, right? I'm focusing on just eating well, getting enough rest, staying on routine, staying on my timeline I have for myself each day, and I'll get to the gym. So yeah, be very compassionate to yourself. Hi, Liv. Ooh, you guys have a lot of questions coming in. Okay, let me check the time here. I am going to move to the next. Move to the next one. I love you all. I could stay here all day talking to you. But we're only meant to do an hour. So here we go. I love it. Love it. Support each other in the chat. I know you guys are wise. You can absolutely support each other in the chat. Okay. The next topic. We're moving on from leadership. We're moving into diligence and commitment, because what it is and what it isn't is very important for you to come to understand. Diligence and commitment. Tell me about a time, and I know the chat's going to get flooded. Tell me about a time you stayed committed to something you knew you should have left a long time ago. You didn't want to do it anymore. But I'm trying to stay committed. I said I'd commit to this, and here I am, even though I'm absolutely miserable. And I don't want to do it anymore, but I committed to it. Tell me how many of you have done that, because I know that there's a lot. I know I'm not the only one who stays committed to things, or used to, at least, long after they know their intuition, their feeling, their sensing, everything is telling you don't want to do this anymore, but you committed. Okay. So we need to rewrite commitment. We need to understand that the commitment, first and foremost, has nothing to do with staying forever in something. It has to do with your commitment to yourself. And if you're not committed to yourself, what are you committing to? Sit with that for a moment. If you're not committed to yourself in that scenario, that you're hanging on to something you know you don't want anymore, but you committed to it. If you're not committed to yourself, then what are you committed to? Something outside of you? Something someone else wants you to do. It's not to make you feel bad. It's just to make you reflect. Reflect. So what does commitment really look like? And can you wrap yourself around the idea of being committed to just you? Does that sound selfish? Does that trigger you a little bit to be committed just to you? Ooh, I think someone's getting triggered. That's selfish, especially for women, right? A man could be committed to himself. He's called hardworking, diligent. Oh, wow, what a go-getter. A woman commits to herself. She's selfish. She's a bee. She's not thinking about anybody else, or she's bossy, right? She's rigid. But being committed to yourself is about love. It's about self-love. So Spirit, I'm going to ask from this tarot, excuse me, my tea. This is me being committed to myself, right? Nourishing my throat. I could have just kept talking and going, but the people are waiting. Commit to yourself. Little moments like that where you show yourself you are committed to you and loving you no matter what. So Spirit, show us commitment. Show us what commitment's all about. Help us understand commitment on a deeper level. Okay. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse for understanding commitment. And I think that this is a beautiful card for representing, let's look at it upright first, for representing what ill commitment means. When we're committed to something, we think we have to be. Why? It's a self-worth issue. Okay. Five of Pentacles is all about when everybody else gets freedom, but I don't. Everybody else gets love, but I don't. Everybody else gets to have, and I don't. I can't leave this place. I'm committed. I can't find freedom. I can't just go do whatever. I'm committed. I can't leave this relationship. I committed. Everyone else gets to have. Everyone else gets to do. You're cast out here, limping along. When the truth of the Five of Pentacles is that the door is open. Yes, there is warmth inside. And yes, there are people in there who are warm. But you're outside by choice. You're not outside because you have to be outside. It's a decision, Capricorn, that you're making, okay? It's a decision that you're making. And I'm bringing to mind the Devil card, because the Devil card in the Tarot is when we allow something outside of ourselves, be it another person or a belief or an idea, have control over our energy. That the belief that you are not worthy to go inside, you're allowing that to be more true than the true truth that you can go in if you want to. You can go in if you want to, right? But Spirit showed it to us in reverse, because I think we're letting go of this now. We're understanding more and more and more that commitment is about believing in the worthiness of our soul, and knowing that deep down, beyond our names, backgrounds, where we come from, who we think we are, all of that, beyond all of that, is an essence of a soul that is absolutely, positively, 100% worthy of all the love in the world, care, of the freedom, all of that. And we are committing to that part of ourselves, to stay true to that part of ourselves, to remember who we really are. Stay committed to that truth of who you really are. Because you are blessed, and you are a child of God. You are a child of love. You are birthed in the stars from love. And you are absolutely worthy of all of the love. And there is no limit or bounds to what that can be or look like. So if you want to sit with this idea of commitment, shift from this idea of the past, right? In the past, again, we're letting go of who we were. We're stepping in through this portal. We are allowing ourselves to be reborn. The cycle is over. We are turning a new leaf. We've got the Fool right there on the bottom of the deck. Old commitments be gone. Yes, I did that. Remember, bringing in the forgiveness, the mercy, all of that, the compassion for ourselves. I did that in the past. Yes, I did. And I forgive myself for that. And I'm sorry for that. And I am learning and I am growing. I'm giving myself mercy to learn and grow and grace to learn and grow. Now, look at how much you've changed. How are you more diligent and committed to your creativity now, right now, than you were just 6 months ago? It's July. Even just in January, how are you more diligent and committed to your creativity now than you were just 6 months ago? Make note of that to yourself. Honor that. Put that on a Post-it. Remind yourself you are so much more diligent and committed to yourself now than you were just 6 months ago. You are growing. You are becoming. You are doing it. And part of that is that we acknowledge capability, right? We talked a bit about capability at the beginning and remembering how capable we are, embodying that happy little goat that's going to just keep, it's like Dory. Maybe Dory is a Capricorn. Remember Dory from Finding Nemo? Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. That could be your new Capricorn. I know she's a fish, but the real archetype of Capricorn is the goat merfish thing. I don't know what its real name is, but it's not just a goat. It's a goat with a mermaid legs, mermaid fins. So Dory might be perfect, right? Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Like, you've got this, one little rock at a time. You'll make your way up the mountain. Don't worry. And it's built by those little movements. That's how it's built. It's not built by big leaps and bounds. It's built by little movements, little improvements every day. Play yourself a montage, right? Show little improvements every time. Give yourself a montage. Montage. You're doing it. You're doing the work. So let's talk about capability. How can we see ourselves as more capable, Spirit? How can we open ourselves to a new perspective on what we're capable of? How can we see ourselves as more capable and acknowledge how incredibly capable we are? Ooh. What did we get? Fell under my chair here. Oh, I don't know which way this goes because it was on the ground. Okay. Okay, so this is really funny because we got two cards, and one of which is the Wheel of Fortune, which plays this same four symbols, the four fixed signs, representing those four elements, right? These look kind of similar, don't they? That's for purpose. You've got Aquarius and Scorpio, which is the eagle here, before it switched to a scorpion, eagle. You got Lion, Leo, you've got the Bull, Taurus. So you've got, again, these balance of these fixed energies, and it came out with Justice. Now, I'm not sure if Justice is what's in reverse or if the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse, but either way, there's some energy here that needs to move, right? Whenever you get a card reversal, there's just some stuckness somewhere that could flip that card around. So it's not necessarily like it's a terrible, horrible, bad thing when you get a reversal. It just means there's some resistance, there's some stuckness to that energy being expressed in its most balanced way. So let's take it this way. First and foremost, again, the Wheel of Fortune is letting us know that we have the capability through a shift in our perspective. That's what the Sphinx here is holding, a sword of truth. Okay. And once we understand that truth, the wheel can move. Okay. Once we come to understand the riddle of the Sphinx, we understand, oh, that's what this experience I've been going through. Oh, that's what this whole situation has been trying to help me learn and understand. When you have that, oh, right? Full moon illumination moment. Oh, I see it for what it is now. Now the Wheel of Fortune can start to roll on. Yes. And that can unlock so many doors. Like I see this as a combo. Did you ever have one of those locks on your locker at school? Little combo lock. And as you click it, it clicks into place. It unlocks the new world, right? And it allows us in. So there's a truth here that you need to understand, and that seems fitting that it came out with justice, because that is what justice has, a sword of truth again. And it's a truth about balance and how to balance and understanding balance. So again, the full moon may be illuminating for you right now where something is out of balance, to allow you an opportunity to realign with the truth of who you really are, to let go of these old stories that you're not worthy, that it doesn't work out for you, blah, blah, 5 of Pentacles stuff. That's the old way, the old life. We are not believing that anymore. That's why this is upside down. We no longer in alignment with that energy. We have a new truth, a soul's truth. We honor our soul's essence. We're committed to our soul's essence. And in that commitment, we find balance once again. Okay? In the commitment to our soul's truth, we find the balance once again. Or is it this way? Yeah. And we resolve this situation by understanding it from a new perspective and allowing the wheel once again to turn. Your capability is beyond your human comprehension. And this too has been shown to me lately in the weeks leading up to this moon, that I want to pass on to you is you are so powerful. You have no idea. Your brain, your humanity has no idea how powerful you are to command your life, your beliefs, your thoughts that generate this VR experience we call life. Your power and capability to shift those beliefs and thought processes to align with your soul's truth and start creating a life that's reflective of your full power and capability as a soul. You're not just an artist, a painter, a writer, a dancer, a filmmaker, a whatever. You're the creator of your own life. This is your masterpiece. What you are doing with your life is the greatest work of art you will create. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress here reminding us of that incredible manifestation power that we have to bring forth and birth the new, okay? And tap into that stream of consciousness and crown ourselves with the knowing and understanding of the truth of who we are as awakened creators. This isn't just about becoming an artist, making a living as an artist, aligning with your future as an artist. This is about coming to understand yourself as a creator of your own existence, your own story. You are literally writing it. You are in the driver's seat. No matter what external circumstances seem to be in more control than you, okay, we are coming to understand that we are in control, that we do have the power to shift our perspective. And that's one of my favorite things to manifest. Aren't things. My favorite thing to manifest is a shift in perspective. And I challenge you to start working towards manifesting perspective shifts. Okay. Give that as your little bonus exercise for coming to this live is trying to and practicing doing the work, right? Practicing manifesting perspective shifts. So when you're faced with a situation, we talked earlier about finding balance in caregiving. That's a great example. Okay. I don't see how I'm going to do that. I don't see how I'm going to find that balance. Okay. Begin by going within, aligning to the soul's truth that you are a powerful creator. You can command your life. I don't know how I find balance in my life with caregiving and all that I need to do. I just know that I do. I can. I'm capable. I find the balance. And I am fulfilled. I am so fulfilled. I am so grateful, peaceful. What does it feel when you find that balance? Say those things and begin to manifest the perspective shift. And I'm capable of finding the balance. I don't know how, but I'm capable of finding that balance. I just know that I am. And I'm so fulfilled and at peace. Not trying to manifest a situation, but instead manifest a new perspective. And I think you'll go very far. So wrapping up, where can you give yourself even more credit for your capability as a creator? Where have you been creating your life in a way that feels good? Go back to that wheel. If you did the wheel exercise and you're filling in and some of those slivers of the pie are full, where can you give yourself even more credit for your capability as a creator? Look at what you've done. Maybe it's your health is thriving. Maybe it's your happiness and relationships that are finally thriving. Let's not focus so much on the things that need work. All you have to do is bring awareness. That's it. You don't need to do anything more. Judgment, criticism won't help. Just awareness to the things that still need work, but give yourself way, way more credit. All the extra credit you want for all those areas of your life that are full, that are overflowing, that are feeling really good, or that are really close to feeling really good and overflowing, but you're getting there, right? So honor yourself and your capability. And then if you'd like to play with this Capricorn energy more, and I encourage you to do so, go to whatever creative medium that you love, whatever that is. Sing, like we were at the beginning of all this, sing, dance. Maybe you find a song that feels very Capricorn to you. Draw, paint, write, make, whatever it is, and meditate on these ideas, these archetype themes that you love, that you want to embody, or that you want to shift your perspective on: leadership, commitment, devotion, work, right? Now I'm hearing that Rihanna song in my head. Work, 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 work. Whatever, something like that. But like, see how you can play with these energies and rewrite them in a way that feels really good to you. And use your creative expression to do it. And I think you will have a very fruitful discovery and be able to really start to hold that Sphinx truth and understanding about what this moon is trying to teach you specifically, and allow that wheel to turn, because you are so incredibly capable. and can do anything. So if you do end up creating something, I would love to see it. You all are so incredible and amazingly talented. I want to see it. Tag Awakened Creators in your creation, so that we can all share, and I'll post it in my stories, what's coming up for you, what you're discovering in this full moon moment. So a couple of things. The next moon meeting, moon meeting, creative ritual, we'll call it, that we're going to have is a new moon in Cancer. So make sure that you have your notifications on, so that you don't miss that new moon in Cancer. And we're going to start planting some seeds for this nurturing self-love that we all so much need a sip of in our lives. You can never drink enough water, I'm hearing, as both a practical reminder and to nurture ourselves even more. So drink your water, come back for the new moon in Cancer, and let's start planting the seeds to manifest a more comforting, loving, nurturing self environment within ourselves. And then if you are ready to start taking more responsibility, and you really want to get in tune with your unique flow as a creator, and when you feel burnt out, or when you get caught up in overthinking loops, or when you're so swept away by procrastination, you feel so far from shore, give yourself that ability to move through all of that by learning about creative flow. So the Overcoming Creative Blocks Masterclass, which, truth be told, I need to rename it because I don't know, like, that is what you're doing, but that's not necessarily, it's about understanding creative flow. Maybe that's what I will rename it as, but it's a 50-minute masterclass. It has a whole workbook connected to it, and it's just $37. So this will teach you all about how creative flow moves, and all of that information was channeled years ago, and I've come to understand it, practice it, and know it to be true. So I know that it works, and a workbook to help you see how your unique resistance that's coming up for you, where along that flow that is. So if that sounds like something that would benefit you right now, that you could use, definitely check that out in the bio or description box wherever you're watching this. So yeah, okay. I think we're good here. Moon mothering ceremony. Oh, I like that idea. Wings of Jewels. I love the moon. Beautiful. First time I've ever felt like I am full and thriving. Yay, full and thriving. Aw, your gift fills up the cups of creators. That is my vision. Thank you, Gabrielle. Love to everybody here. We are creating eternal stories with our lives. Absolutely, right? Dream Detective, we are creating the dream that is our life. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Make it a good one, creators. Have a beautiful rest of your moon day and a beautiful rest of your week. I will see you again soon. Love you so much. Namaste for now. Bye.